Most men say they want strength, but they live in bodies they've abandoned. Bodies fed with poison. Bodies weakened by comfort. Bodies numbed by distraction. And then they wonder why their mind feels foggy, their spirit feels distant, and their life feels heavy. Because the truth is simple. If the temple collapses, the man collapses with it. Tonight, we rebuild the temple. Listen, your body is not an accident. Your body is not a cage. Your body is not some random slab of flesh you got handed at birth. Your body is a temple. It is the vessel of source. It is the altar of spirit. It is the first proof that you are alive, awake, here, now. And yet, most men treat their temple like a trash heap. They pollute it with poisoned food. They neglect it with laziness. They punish it with excuses. And then they wonder why their life feels empty, why their mind feels clouded, why their spirit feels distant. Brother, if your temple is in ruins, your life will be too. Because the body is the foundation, and a cracked foundation cannot carry the weight of greatness. The first law of the temple is discipline. Without discipline, the walls crumble. Without discipline, the altar rots. Without discipline, the fire of source goes dim. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is not chains. Discipline is freedom. Think about it. When you cannot trust yourself to rise when the alarm sounds, are you free? When you cannot trust yourself to put down the bottle, the donut, the phone, are you free? When cravings, distractions, and impulses dictate your every move, are you free? No. You are a prisoner, and the prison is built by your own hand. But when you take command, when you wake early, when you lift heavy, when you feel right, when you choose discomfort over decay, that is freedom. Because now, your higher self is in command. Now, you are the sovereign over your vessel. Now, your temple is not falling apart. It is fortified. Freedom is not the absence of discipline. Freedom is the fruit of discipline. Every temple needs renovation. Every structure cracks, weathers, erodes. And in your temple, those cracks appear as pain. But pain is not punishment. Pain is instruction. Pain is source shining a light on where the temple has grown weak. The backache tells you to strengthen. The heartbreak tells you to awaken. The failure tells you to humble yourself and grow. Most run from pain. They numb it. They medicate it. They build walls to hide it. But you cannot heal what you refuse to feel. And you cannot rebuild what you refuse to face. Pain is the chisel. Pain is the hammer. Pain is the sacred tool that carves away weakness and reveals strength. Every scar on your temple is not a flaw. It is a feature. It is proof that you rebuilt. It is proof that you learned. It is proof that you rose. Pain is not here to ruin the temple. Pain is here to refine it. Now, what you place on the altar matters. You wouldn't bring trash into a temple and call it an offering. You wouldn't pour sewage into a sacred vessel and call it fuel. So why do you treat your body any different? Food is not just calories. Food is covenant. Food is signal. Food is the way that Source speaks into your cells. Beef raised under the sun. Eggs rich with life. Fruit bursting with solar sweetness. Honey spun from thousands of flowers. That is God's fuel. That is food alive with remembrance, alive with signal, alive with the fire of Source. But what does the sickness system feed you? Seed oils, processed slop, chemical cocktails wrapped in pretty packaging. Dead matter, dead signal, dead food. And then you wonder why the temple feels empty, why the fire won't stay lit. What you offer at the altar determines whether the temple thrives or collapses. Eat close to Source, and the temple glows with vitality. Eat far from Source, and the temple rots in silence. The rule is simple. If it comes from the sun, the soil, the sea, eat it. If it comes from a factory, a lab, a machine, refuse it. The temple doesn't just need fuel. It needs ritual. It needs daily communion with the primal medicines that have sustained life since the beginning. Breath, cold, sun, water. The simplest, freest, most powerful medicines in existence. Most breathe shallow, and their life is shallow. But when you breathe deep, when you slow and command the inhale, you step into presence. Breath is spirit. Breath is prana. Breath is the steering wheel of the temple. Most avoid the cold, but cold is truth. Step into ice and you meet yourself stripped bare. The body resists. The mind screams. But if you stay, if you breathe, you learn resilience. Cold hardens the temple walls. Most hide from the sun, but the sun is Source. It is the light of life. It calibrates your rhythms, charges your cells, ignites your hormones. To reject the sun is to reject the fire of God itself. Most drink dead water, stripped, poisoned, processed. That living water, mineral rich, flowing, structured, remembers. It carries signal. It is the bloodstream of the temple and the earth alike. Breath, cold, sun, water. 4 medicines. 4 rituals. 4 ways to keep the temple alive and aligned. And here's the part that will make some squirm. Because there are entire empires built on your temple's collapse. The sickness industry does not profit from your health. It profits from your weakness. It profits from your dependency. It profits from temples abandoned, neglected, and left in ruin. They tell you health is complicated. They tell you you're broken. They tell you need them. Their pills, their protocols, their programs. But the truth is this: health was never hidden. Health was never complicated. Health was never in a lab. Health was always here. In your discipline, in your fuel, in your breath, your sun, your water, your movement. Health is sovereignty, and sovereignty is not profitable. That's why the inversion exists. They've normalized sickness. They've dressed dependency as care. They've turned weakness into an economy. But you don't need their permission. You don't need their chains. You don't need to rent your temple to a system that profits off its decay. You can rebuild it yourself. And that terrifies them. When you zoom out, you see the whole picture. Discipline builds the structure. Pain renovates the cracks. Food fuels the altar. Breath, cold, sun and water keep the fire alive. And awareness of the inversion keeps you sovereign. That is the temple complete. That is health in its truest form. Not just muscles or abs or aesthetics. Though, those may come. Health is wholeness. Health is strength. Health is sovereignty. Your body is not separate from your mind. Your mind is not separate from your spirit. It's all one temple, one field, one vessel of source. Neglect one, the others collapse. Strengthen one, the others rise. So here's the call. Stop treating your body like a trash heap. Stop waiting for the system to save you. Stop pretending health is complicated. Your temple is sacred. Your temple is proof of source. Your temple is the first, the most important thing you will ever build. And every choice you make, every bite, every breath, every step, every ritual is a brick in the wall or a crack in the foundation. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve source and the sickness at the same time. You will either build your temple or abandon it. You will either align with health or collapse into weakness. The choice is yours. It has always been yours. Discipline is freedom. Pain is teacher. Food is covenant. Breath, cold, sun, and water are medicines. The inversion is the lie. Sovereignty is the truth. And the body, your body, is the temple where it all begins. Guard it. Fuel it. Strengthen it. Honor it. Because when the temple is alive, the mind is sharp. The spirit is aligned. And the man is free.